In a small coastal town where the waves whispered secrets to the shore, lived a young dreamer named Eliana. Her eyes sparkled with ambition, but her heart carried the weight of doubt. Eliana dreamed of becoming a marine biologist, captivated by the ocean's mysteries, yet she faced a world that seemed determined to hold her back. Her family, struggling to make ends meet, urged her to take a safer path, perhaps a job at the local cannery. But Eliana's spirit burned brighter than the midday sun reflecting off the sea. She believed in the power of never giving up, a mantra that would guide her through the storms ahead. Eliana's journey began in a cramped classroom where her teacher, Mrs. Delgado, noticed her passion for marine life. While other students doodled or daydreamed, Eliana sketched coral reefs and scribbled notes about deep-sea creatures. Mrs. Delgado, a woman with a voice like warm honey, pulled her aside one day. "Eliana," she said, "your dreams are as vast as the ocean. Don't let anyone clip your fins." Those words ignited a fire in Eliana's chest, but the path to her dream was littered with obstacles. Her school lacked resources, and scholarships for marine biology programs were fiercely competitive. At 16, Eliana took a part-time job, cleaning boats at the harbor to save for college. The work was grueling, scrubbing decks under the scorching sun, her hands raw from salt water and soap. Some days, exhaustion threatened to drown her resolve. She'd sit on the dock, watching the horizon, wondering if her dreams were as unreachable as the stars. Yet, each time despair crept in, she'd whisper to herself, "Never give up." Those three words became her anchor, pulling her back from the edge of surrender. One stormy afternoon, a marine biologist named Dr. Carter docked his research vessel at the harbor. Eliana, soaked to the bone, was scrubbing his boat when she overheard him discussing a rare deep-sea species. Her curiosity burst forth like a wave. She asked him a question about bioluminescence, her voice trembling, but eager. Dr. Carter's eyes widened, impressed by her knowledge. "You've got a spark, kid," he said, handing her his card. "Keep learning. The ocean needs people like you." That encounter was a beacon in the fog, proof that her dreams weren't just fantasies. But life wasn't done testing Eliana. Her senior year brought a crushing blow. Her father fell ill, and medical bills devoured her college savings. Friends urged her to abandon her plans to stay and help her family. The weight of their expectations pressed against her chest, but Eliana refused to let her dream slip away. She spent nights studying by candlelight, applying for every scholarship she could find. Her hands shook as she mailed each application, but her heart held firm. "Never give up," she'd murmur, her voice a quiet rebellion against despair. Months later, a letter arrived. Eliana's fingers trembled as she opened it. Her family gathered around her. The words blurred through her tears. She'd won a full scholarship to a prestigious marine biology program. The room erupted in cheers, but Eliana's heart raced with a mix of joy and fear. The scholarship was a golden ticket, but it meant leaving her family, her town, and the only life she'd ever known. Doubt whispered that she wasn't ready, that she'd fail. Yet, she silenced it with her mantra, clutching Dr. Carter's card like a talisman. Eliana arrived at the university, a small fish in a vast academic sea. Her peers were polished, confident, and armed with resources she'd never had. In her first semester, she struggled to keep up, her grades teetering on the edge. One night, alone in her dorm, she stared at a textbook, the words swimming before her eyes. The temptation to quit was a siren's call, luring her toward surrender. But she thought of the harbor, the waves, and Mrs. Delgado's words. She gritted her teeth and whispered, "Never give up." Slowly, she clawed her way back, seeking help from professors and studying until dawn. By her second year, Eliana's determination began to shine. She joined a research team studying coral bleaching, her passion earning her respect among her peers. But then came a new challenge. Funding for the project dried up. The team faced disbanding, and Eliana's dream of contributing to ocean conservation hung by a thread. Refusing to accept defeat, she organized a fundraiser, rallying her classmates and local businesses. Her voice, once timid, now carried the strength of the tides as she spoke about the ocean's plight. The fundraiser succeeded, saving the project and cementing Eliana's reputation as a leader. Life, however, had one more trial in store. During a research dive, a sudden storm trapped Eliana and her team underwater. Oxygen dwindled, and panic clawed at her chest. As the team fought to surface, Eliana's mind flashed to her mantra. She calmed her breathing, signaling her team to do the same. Her steady resolve guided them through the chaos, and they emerged, gasping, but alive. That day, Eliana learned that never giving up wasn't just about dreams, it was about survival, about holding fast when the world tried to pull you under. Graduation day arrived, and Eliana stood on the stage, her cap adorned with a tiny seashell. She'd not only earned her degree but had been offered a position with Dr. Carter's Research Institute. As she accepted her diploma, the crowd's applause roared like the ocean. Tears stung her eyes, not from sadness, but from the realization that every struggle, every doubt had led to this moment. She'd faced poverty, fear, and failure, but her mantra had carried her through. Eliana's first project with Dr. Carter took her to the Pacific, where she studied deep-sea ecosystems. Her work uncovered new species, her name appearing in scientific journals. Yet she never forgot her roots. She returned to her coastal town, speaking at her old school, inspiring students with her story. The ocean taught me to keep going, she told them, her voice steady and warm. No matter how deep the darkness, never give up. The students' eyes gleamed, just as hers had years ago. Back at the harbor, Eliana launched a community program to teach kids about marine conservation. She watched young dreamers sketch coral reefs, their pencils dancing with possibility. Her family, now healthy and proud, stood by her side. Mrs. Delgado, now retired, attended the program's opening, her smile as bright as ever. Eliana hugged her, whispering, "You were right about the ocean needing me." Years later, Eliana stood on a research vessel, the wind tangling her hair as she gazed at the horizon. She'd faced countless challenges, failed experiments, skeptical colleagues, and moments of self-doubt. Yet, each time, she'd clung to her mantra. The ocean, vast and unyielding, had been her teacher, showing her that resilience was stronger than any storm. Her discoveries had helped protect fragile ecosystems, her name now synonymous with hope for the seas. Eliana's story spread beyond her town, carried by the waves of her achievements. She became a beacon for those who felt their dreams were too big, their obstacles too great. At conferences, her voice rang out, sharing not just data but the power of perseverance. Every wave that tries to sink you, she'd say, is a chance to swim stronger. Audiences leaned forward, captivated, their hearts stirred by her fire. In quiet moments, Eliana would walk the beach of her childhood, the sand cool beneath her feet. She'd think of the girl who scrubbed boats, who doubted herself but never stopped. The ocean stretched before her, endless and alive, a reminder that no dream was too vast for those who refused to quit. She'd smile, her heart full, knowing she'd proven the power of never giving up. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of coral and gold, Eliana felt a profound peace. Her journey wasn't over. New challenges awaited, new depths to explore. But she was ready, armed with a mantra that had become her lifeline. The world could throw its worst at her, but she'd rise again and again, her spirit as unbreakable as the tides. And so, Eliana's story continues, a testament to the power of never giving up. It's a tale that echoes in the hearts of dreamers everywhere, a reminder that, with grit and heart, no ocean is too deep, no dream too distant. Her voice, like the waves, carries on, steady, unyielding, and full of hope. Thank you for watching Learn English. With unique stories, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Your support helps us to create more great content. See you in next story.